Good morning, students. Class 12th, chapter number 3, matrices, lecture number 2, homework, and lecture number 3. So in lecture 2, you were given exercise 3.2, some of the questions. Let us discuss out of them a few questions. So we are going to discuss exercise 3.2. So I'll start with question number 7th, second part. In question 7th, second part, it is given 2x plus 3y, where x and y are matrices, equals 2, 3, 4 and 0. These are equal to this matrix. And then there is one more matrix given as 3x plus 2y equals, the values in the another matrix are 2, minus 2, minus 1 and 5. Now we have to find out x and y. So we can use substitution method as well as elimination method. So in elimination method, we will multiply this equation with 3. So if I multiply this with 3, I have 3 into 2, 6x plus 3 into 3, 9y equals, here also if we multiply the matrix by 2, each and every entry of the matrix will get multiplied with 2. So we have here 4, 3 to the 6, 4 to the 8 and 0. Right? Let it be your equation 1. The second equation, if you multiply it with 2. Okay, so we have done what? Multiplied this with number 3 and here we are going to multiply it with number 2, both the sides. So what will be the second equation form? 3 to the 8 will be 6x plus 4y equals, the another side of the matrix, all the entries are going to get multiplied with 2. 2 to the 4, 2 and minus 2 will give minus 4, 2 and minus 1 is minus 2, 2 and 5 is 10. So this is second equation. So what we are going to do is, we are going to subtract them. So if we subtract them, just to see, 6x and 6x will get cancelled. 9y minus 4y is 5y equals. Now to subtract this, as we learnt yesterday, that for subtraction the order should be same, and we see these two matrices are 2 cross 2 matrices. So corresponding elements of each are going to subtracted. So 4 minus 4 will be 0. Then 6 minus of minus 4, it will be 10. 8 minus of minus 2 is 10. And 0 minus 10 is minus 10. Clear? Now we can write y as equal to 1 upon 5 of 0, 10, 10 minus 0. So what we get is, actually we get 0, 1, 2, then here also we get 2, here minus 2. So this is what matrix y. Now using the value of y matrix, we can use any equation to find out the matrix x. I hope you all can do that. Right? Let us go to another question. The next question that we are going to discuss is question number 11. In question number 11, we have to find out x and y. So it is given as, the equation is x and the matrix is a column matrix and 2 and 3 are the elements, plus y and the elements are minus 1 and 1, and then it is 10 and 5 equal to. Okay. So just for comparing them, we should solve it first. So multiply this x inside, we get 2x, 3x. And in the second matrix, we will get minus y and y equals 10 and 5. Adding these two matrices, because their order is same, they all both have 2 rows and 1 column. So adding them, we have 2x minus y and 3x plus y. Then it is equal to the matrix 10 and 5. Now comparing them, we have two equations in two variables. First one is 2x minus y equals 10 and the second one is 3x plus y equals 5. Now here either you use substitution or elimination, or we can just add these two equations. So y and y will get cancelled. 3 and 2 is 5x equals 15. So when we solve, we get x is equal to 3. Using x is equal to 3, putting the value of x as 3, we can find out value of y from these equations. Clear? So this is how you had to do question number 12. So today we are going to learn a new concept, which is multiplication of matrices. We will start this with an example. So the example says, suppose Meera and Nadeem are two friends. Meera wants to buy. So what is Meera's choice? That she wants to buy 2 pens and 5 storybooks. Okay. And then Nadeem is there, another one. Okay, friend of Meera. He wants to buy 8 pens and 10 storybooks. Now they both go to a shop to inquire about the rates, which are quoted as follows. For pen, the price is rupees 5 each, and for the storybook that they asked, it is rupees 50 each. Now there is a question that how much money does each need to spend? Clearly, Meera needs, see how many pens is she buying? 2 pens, and cost of 1 pen is rupees 5. So 2 cross 5 plus 5 storybooks, each 50 rupees. So this is the price that, or the money that Meera has to spend. Right, that is equal to rupees 260. While Nadeem will have to spend 8 multiplied with 5, that is the cost of 8 pens, plus 10 multiplied with 50, that is the cost of storybooks. So he has to spend in total rupees 540. In terms of matrix representation, we will write the above information as, just to see if I write the items here. Okay, so pens are 2, okay, and 8. Suppose this column is showing me the number of pens, and this is showing me storybooks, the second column. So the storybooks are 5 and 10 for both. Okay, what is the price? 5 is the price of pen and 50 is the price of the storybook. And the total money that they have to spend, that will be calculated as 260 and 540. That we got how? 5 cross 2, or we say, I just say 2 pens for each rupees 5, then plus 5 multiplied with 50. That means if you observe carefully, this is the pens and storybooks by Meera, and the second one is for Nadeem. Right, number of pens and number of storybooks. So if we multiply 2 with 5 and then we add multiplication of 5 and 50, we are getting the total amount. Okay, and the next will be 8 multiply with 5 because it is the number of pens and cost, plus 10 multiplied with 50. So we got 260 and 540. So this is an example of a matrix multiplication. Here if you observe carefully, the order of this matrix is 2 cross 2, and in this matrix there are 2 rows and 1 column. So just to see, for matrix multiplication, there is a condition that the number of columns in one matrix, that means the first matrix, the number of columns of first matrix should be equal to the number of rows in the second matrix, right? And the answer that we are getting is this matrix. So what is the order of this matrix? It is 2 cross 1. So if this is suppose m cross n, so here we should have n cross p. That means here the number of columns and number of rows is same. Then the answer, the resultant matrix will have the order as m cross p. That means here 2 cross 1. Clear? Let us understand it formally. The product of two matrices A and B is defined if the number of columns of A is equal to the number of rows of B. That means if A is a matrix and it has the order as m cross n, then B is another matrix which has the order as n cross p. So the resultant matrix, that means if you multiply A with B, the resultant matrix will have the order as m cross p. Clear? So the number of columns in the first matrix should be equal to the number of rows in second matrix. Only then we can proceed for matrix multiplication. Now suppose I give you an example. There is a matrix C, okay, and the elements are 1, -1, 2, 0, 3, 4. So what is the order of this matrix? If you see, 2 rows, 3 columns. So I'm again repeating, these are rows R1, R2. These are columns, which is C1, C2 and C3. Okay, so the order of this matrix C is 2 cross 3. There is another matrix D which has the elements as 2, 7, -1, 1, 5 and -4. So if you look at this carefully, what is the order? How many rows we have here? 3 rows, 2 columns. So we see number of columns in matrix C and number of rows in matrix D, they are same, they are identical. So yes, the matrix multiplication is possible here. CD is defined here. The answer or the resultant matrix that you get after multiplying C and D will have the order as I told you, it is m cross p. So 2 cross 2, you will get a square matrix after multiplication. Now we will understand within the example with this only how to proceed for multiplication of matrices. Now to proceed for multiplication of matrix C and D, you have to write matrix C first and matrix D after it. Now when we multiply, just look carefully on the first row, first column of the matrix. So the multiplication goes like this. First element in the first row of first matrix will get multiplied with the first element of first column of second matrix. 1 will get multiplied with 2. Then you have to place a plus sign. Then -1. Okay, -1 will get multiplied with -1. So -1 into -1, you can write like this, -1 into -1 plus. Then it is 2 multiplied with 5. So you write 2 cross 5. So this is the first step. Using this, we will get our first element. Also, just see carefully, the order of this matrix is 2 cross 3. The order of second matrix is 3 cross 2. So the number of rows and number of columns we can match here, they are same. So the answer is a 2 cross 2 matrix. That means we will have 4 elements. So first one I have written, second, third and fourth will come up here. So what we are doing actually, we are multiplying first row with first column. Clear? Because this is what element, if I write suppose in a journal form, we will write A11, this will be first row second element, this will be second row first element, this will be second row second element, right? And the order is 2 cross 2. So for first element A11, you have to multiply first row first column, which I have written here. And how does the multiplication go? The first element of the row will get multiplied with the first element of the column. Similarly, the second with second and third with third. Clear? Now let us try with the second element. So second element is A12. To get the element value here, we have to multiply the first row with second column. Clear? Earlier we did first row, first column. The second step will be first row, second column. Now to find out the second element, that is A12, we will multiply first row with second column. Okay. So the multiplication will go in the similar way as we did for first row, first column. So we are going to multiply 1 with 7. We'll write 1 cross 7 plus. Okay, after multiplying, always we are going to put a plus sign. Then -1 multiplied with 1 plus 2 multiplied with 4. So this way we are going to get our element number 2, which is A12. Clear? The third element here will be second row first column, right? It will be A21 and A22 we are left with. So for A21, what we are going to do, we'll take second row and first column now. So by doing so, we will get here 13, here we get minus 2. Let us do for the third element. So you multiply 0 with 2, what we get? 0 cross 2 plus 3 cross minus 1 plus the next one is 4 cross 5, right? And we need the fourth element still. So the second element I'm writing it here. So we have 13 and minus 2, and this will give us the third element. Now you think carefully, you have to get the last element, which is A22. So second row and second column you need to multiply. That's the last step. Let us do that also. So by multiplying the second row with second column, see, we get 0 cross 7, okay, then plus 3 cross 1, then plus 4 cross 4. So we get the final matrix answer as 13, minus 2, 17 and minus 13. Right? So what we have done, we have multiplied the matrix C with matrix D and got a matrix of order 2 cross 2. So this is how matrix multiplication works. Clear? Now one more property to remember here is, so if AB is defined, suppose you have two matrices A and B and the product AB is defined, then it is not necessary that BA will also be defined. Okay, just for an example, suppose I give you A matrix and the elements in matrix A are 6, 9, 2, 3. So you see the order is 2 cross 2. There is another matrix B which has the elements like 2, 6, 0, 7, 9, 8. So what is the order of it? There are 2 rows and 3 columns. So you see here, if we have to find out AB, the number of columns in A, which are 2, is equal to the number of rows in B. So yes, AB is defined. It is defined here, right? If we find BA, okay, for BA we have to match what? For BA, the order of B is 2 cross 3. The order of A is 2 cross 2. So you see the number of columns in B is not equal to number of rows in A. So BA here is not defined. We can't find the product of BA. Clear? So it is not necessary whenever AB is defined, BA will also be defined. Also, whenever AB and BA, suppose they both are defined, it is not necessary that they both will be equal. Okay. To understand this property that AB is not always equal to BA, that means matrix multiplication is not commutative for all the matrices, you can try example number 13 of NCERT. Clear? There is one more property, that if we multiply two matrices and we get the answer as a zero matrix, it is not necessary that matrix A is a zero matrix or matrix B is a zero matrix. Even if A and B are both not zero matrices, then also we can get the product as a zero matrices. So let us have a look on one of the examples. Suppose matrix A is given as 0, minus 1, 0, 2. So it's a 2 cross 2 matrix. Another matrix is B, which has the elements as 3, 5, 0, 0. So it will have also 2 cross 2 order. So yes, it is possible to multiply the number. They both have the same order. Square matrices you can multiply of the same order. Now just to see if we are going to find out AB. Okay, let us multiply. So I'll write 0, minus 1, 0, 2. With it I'll write B matrix 3, 5, 0, 0. So to do it, just 0 multiplied with 3. First of all, we'll do first row, first column. So 0 multiplied with 3 is 0, minus 1 multiplied with 0 is 0. So we get 0 as the answer. Okay. Similarly, when we multiply the first row with second column, again we get the answer as 0. It happens the same for the second row first column. 0 into 3 is 0, plus 2 into 0 is 0. Similarly, the second row and the second column, if we do 0 cross 5 is 0, 2 cross 0 is 0. So see, A and B here are not zero matrices, but still the product is a zero matrices. So whenever it is asked that if AB is a zero matrix, is it necessary that A and B are zero matrices? It is not always true. Clear? Now matrix multiplication is not commutative. In some of the cases you can get AB equals BA, but not for all. Associative law, yes, matrix multiplication is associative. That means we can say if we multiply matrices A and B first and the resultant matrix we multiply with C, or we do it like we find the product of B and C matrix first and then we do it with A. So we are going to get the same answer. Clear? Okay. Now we will do some exercise questions based on matrix multiplication of 3.2. So yesterday I did not ask you to do question number 3 because it is based on matrix multiplication. Question number 3. Okay, so let us discuss any two parts of it. So I'm discussing the first part first. So it has the two matrices. It is exercise 3.2. Okay, so in question number 3, first part, it is given the first matrix is A, B, minus B, A. Okay, and the second matrix that is to be multiplied with it, A minus B and B and A. Okay, let us multiply. So what was the rule? See, what is the order of this? 2 cross 2. What is the order of second matrix? 2 cross 2. So the resultant matrix will also be 2 cross 2. And it will have the elements as A11, A12, A21, that is second row, first column, and A22, second row, second column element. Clear? So just pay attention now. A11 means first row, first column. Let us multiply. Multiply A with A. What we get? A square plus multiply B with B. We get B square. That means the first element will get multiplied with the first element. The second element will get multiplied with second element. Okay. First row with first column. Now first row with second column because it is A12. First row, second column. So first row, the first element is A. And in the second column it is minus B. We get minus of AB. Okay, plus BA. Then A21, second row, first column, minus of BA plus AB, and the fourth element will be minus B into minus B will be B square plus A into A is A square. Just to see, these two elements will become 0. So we have A square plus B square. Here it is 0, here it is 0, and here also it is A square plus B square only. So this is the answer or the multiplication of these two matrices. Clear? Let us take one more example. So this is quite important and most of the students do it wrong. So just to see, there is one column matrix only and the elements in it are 1, 2, 3. Carefully observe the order. There are how many rows? 3 rows and there is one column. Okay, and then there is another row matrix which has the elements as 2, 3 and 4. So here if we observe, there is only one row but 3 columns. So one row, 3 columns. So is matrix multiplication defined here? Yes, because number of columns in the first matrix is equal to number of rows in the second matrix, and the answer of the matrix or the product of the matrix will be a matrix which has the order 3 cross 3. So we will actually have at the end 9 elements starting from A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23 and A31, A32 and A33. So these will be the 9 elements that we have. Clear? So for first element, that is A11, what we have to do? We have to multiply first row with first column. So just see, in the first row we just have one element. Okay, and in the first column also we just have one. So 1 cross 2 will give us 2. Okay, there are no other elements in the first row and there are no other elements in the first column as well. So no other element do we have for multiplication. Then we will do A12. A12 means first row and second column. So first row element is 1 and second column element is 3. So 1 cross 3 is 3. Similarly A13. That means first row and third column. This is the third column, right? So what will it give us? 1 cross 4 is 4. Now A21, that means second row. This is the element in second row. Multiply with first column. 2 cross 2 is 4. Then the second row with second column, it will be 6. Second row, third column, 2 cross 4, it is 8. Okay, then multiply the third row with first column. 3 2s are 6 we will get. Third row and second column, we will have 3 cross 3 as 9, and then 3 cross 4 is 12. So you see we get 9 elements after multiplication of it. Clear? So this is how you are going to multiply it. So you have to complete question number 3. It has 6 parts, out of which we have discussed 2 of the parts. Okay, then question number 4th we have done, 5th also. So now we are going to start with question number 13. Okay, question number 13 says we have f of x is equal to, the matrix is cos of x, sin x, 0, then minus sin x, cos x and 0, and here it is 0 0 1. Okay, we have to show that f of x into f of y. So how to form f of y? Instead of x we will be putting y everywhere. So cos of y, sin of y 0, minus sin y, cos y 0 0 0 1. Right, so we have f of x, we have f of y. We have to show when we multiply we get f of x plus y. Clear? How to prove this? We'll just multiply the two matrices and definitely we're going to reach on the result that the matrix is f of x plus y. That means wherever we have x, in place of that we will have x plus y everywhere in each entry. So let us multiply f of x and f of y. So let us write them together. The first matrix elements are cos of x minus sin of x, that is 0. Then sin x, cos of x 0, and 0 0 1. The second is, you see both the matrices have the same order, 3 cross 3. So definitely the matrix multiplication is possible here. Let us write the second matrix, which is cos of y, then minus sin y 0, sin y, cos y 0 0 0 1. Okay, now to multiply these, just be careful. First element will be a11. Multiply first row with first column. So see, cos x into cos y. We'll write cos x cos y. Okay, plus minus sin x into sin y will give us minus of sin x sin y. Clear? The second one, you need to multiply first row with second column, because the next element is a12. So first row is cos x, first element, and second column the first element is minus sin y. So we'll get cos x minus sin y. So minus of cos x sin y. Okay, then plus we have minus sin x and cos y. So we'll get minus of sin x cos y. Clear? Now with the third one, first row will get multiplied with the third. So you see cos x multiplied with 0 is 0, minus sin x multiplied with 0 is 0, and 0 multiplied with 1 is 0. So we get 0 here. Okay, so I'm just giving a hint to you that think that is this an identity or is this an identity? Right, so you see cos a cos b minus sin a sin b is the identity of cos of a plus b. So cos of x plus y you are going to get here. You will get cos of x plus y, and this is our purpose only because we have to show the multiplication will give us a result, that is f of x plus y. So that means wherever we have x in the original matrix, at that place we will get x plus y. Rest all elements will remain same. So see, here we have 0, we have got it. Similarly, when you will be doing for the second row or the third row, you are going to get the same elements. Here if you take minus common, it will be plus. So again it's a formula of sine of x plus y. Yes, so you can just write here in front instead of it sine of x plus y. So everywhere you will be forming identities in all the elements. Okay, that means mainly these 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, these elements, and you are going to get the answer as f of x plus y. Clear? So complete it in your notebooks. Now let us discuss one more question. Question number 15. It says we have to find a square minus 5a plus 6i. Capital I is for identity matrix. It will be of the same order as matrix A. If matrix A is equal to, it is a 3 cross 3 matrix given in the question, and it says 2 0 1, then 2 1 3, and the third row is 1 minus 1 0. Clear? 2 0 1, 2 1 3, 1 minus 1 0. A 3 cross 3 matrix is given to you. We have to calculate a square minus 5a plus 6i. Let us first find a square. A square means a matrix multiplied with a matrix itself. So if you have to write it, you will write 2 0 1, 2 1 3, and then it is 1 minus 1 0. So again you are going to write it 2 0 1, 2 1 3, 1 minus 1 0. Okay, so row wise and column wise we are going to multiply. So just see, first row, this is the first row, will get first multiplied with the first column. 2 cross 2 is 4 plus 0 cross 2 is 0 plus 1 cross 1 is 1. So you got the first element. Now you are going to get the second element. How? 2 cross 0 is 0 plus 0 cross 1 is 0 plus 1 cross minus 1, we get minus 1. Okay, then 2 cross 1 is 2, then 0 cross 3 is 0, and 1 cross 0 is 0, so we get 2 only. Okay, similarly we have to do for second row and third row. Let us do that. For second row, just to see first with first column, so 2 cross 2 is 4 plus 1 cross 2 is 2 plus 3 cross 1 is 3. Okay, then 2 cross 0 0, then 1 cross 1 is 1, then 3 cross minus 1 is minus 3, and then the last one will be 2 cross 1 is 2 plus 1 cross 3 is 3 plus 3 cross 0 is 0, so that I am not writing. Clear? So like this you can form a square easily. Clear? So after finding out a square, you will find minus of 5a. How will you find minus of 5a? We have to multiply each and every entry of the matrix with minus 5. So we will multiply like this. First write down the matrix. So I'm just doing it for one row so that you have an idea for others. So if I multiply the first row with minus 5, I get minus 10, 0 and minus 5. Similarly, you can write the other entries here. Clear? Then we are going to find out 6i. 6i means 6 multiplied with an identity matrix that is also of the same order as matrix A, that means 3 cross 3. So it will be 1 0 0, 0 1 0, 0 0 0. You know what is an identity matrix? All the diagonal elements are 1, right? All the non-diagonal elements will be 0. So it will be like this: 6 0 0, 0 6 0, 0 0 6. Right? So you have done all of the things. You have a square, you have minus of 5a, you have plus 6i. Just put in this equation, okay, and you will get the answer. Clear? You have to find the answer for this. So these kind of questions are to be attempted like this. So you can attempt in the same way the complete exercise of this 3.2. So you have to complete it along with its example. Clear? And tomorrow I am going to discuss some of the questions of 3.2, and I'll just take one or two more examples to make matrix multiplication more clear. Okay, then we are going to start with a new concept of transpose of matrix. So for homework, what you are going to do, exercise 3.2 should be now complete along with examples. Okay, so plus examples you are going to do. So that's all for today. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe the channel at Quark. Keep liking and sharing the videos.